Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're back with another Bootsale haul video. As an online store, as I explained before, we pick up lots of stock all the time, all from different places. We pick up from online, we have people approach us and want to sell collections. One of my favourite places though to pick up from is Car Bootsale. And as you can see, we've got quite a lot of stuff here. It wasn't as good as last week, even though it looks like there's more stuff here. There is more, but there's less, and you'll see why when we go into it. But there's all sorts of stuff here, as you can see, an absolute banger over there. Look at that. Some ugly geezers sitting there as well. But yeah, some cool stuff. So we'll get right into it. I'm going to have to pull some of this down and then we'll go through it. Now, we did 3 boot sales over the weekend. The first one was on Saturday, and this was all that we picked up on the Saturday one. And this is a good example of why you need to kind of spread yourself out and go to as many boot sales as possible, because you will go to some and you won't pick up a lot at some of them. And the reason for that, I mean, this Saturday one was heavily sort of trader, loads of traders there, and you know, traders always charge a higher price and there's always not a lot of margin on them. So as a result, I only picked up 3 things. One of those things was, we'll start with this Bing Crosby. This is a Bing Crosby animated like Christmas singing thing. I'm assuming he sings oh god, the song just completely went out my head. But anyway, yeah, I'll put up the prices and what I expect to get for these sorts of things. But yeah, that's a pretty nice item there. That'll probably sell closer to Christmas, obviously, but nice thing to pick up. The next thing we got was this Sony CFD S70. This is a like a boom box. It's got radio, cassette and CD on it. Sony stuff always usually sells pretty well, so that was that. And then the last thing that we picked up was this dancing, this is obviously a dance mat. It comes with a game as well. And the reason why I usually pick these up anyway, but this is an official PlayStation one, as you can see. But it's kind of an odd colourway. I've never actually seen this colourway before, so it might be like a more expensive variant or something. Probably not, but yeah, these usually sell really well as well. So, but yeah, that was all that we picked up on the Saturday boot sale. So not really worth going out, but you have to go to these things, you know. But yeah, let's move on. All right, the first thing I want to show you is I can't even really show you it properly because it's so big. But look at the size of this Crash Bandicoot. Absolutely massive plush toy. This is about 25 years old. It's made by Play by Play, and Crash Bandicoot stuff, especially like merch and stuff, is really hard to find. A few years ago, and this is going back a few years as well, because I've only actually ever picked something up once. And a few years ago, I sold a plush toy that was maybe 8 inches, something like that. Sold that for 30 quid. So I can't even imagine what one this size is going to be worth. I think this is going to be probably in the £100 range at least. But yeah, wow, it's in amazing condition as well. Look at the eyes. There's like, you know, there's a little mark there. I'll probably be able to clean that off, but I don't want to scrub it too hard. But it's just in an immaculate condition, man. 25 years old. Yeah, I think easy £100 for that, because like I say, I've got an 8-inch one and I got 30 quid for that. So what an awesome thing that is. How cool. You're going to see some non-standard D&J pickups today, but this is a nice Wesco bread bin, and I love picking up Wesco stuff. Wesco is a really nice brand. They actually also make a lot of like the Simpsons clocks, you know, like the Wallace and Gromit talking stuff, and they make a lot of those things as well. So it's a really nice brand, sells really quickly, and obviously this is a bread bin, as you can see. So it's a nice vintage bread bin. I'd probably imagine this is like 30-40 quid to as a sort of resale value. Really nice thing. We've also got another WWE belt in there. We've got a whole bag of micro machines there. These aren't the vintage ones. These seem to be like the wicked cool toys, more modern ones. And then there's just some Beyblades in there, which actually go with. Got another Beyblade Stadium, standard pickup. We always pick these up when we see them, and they always seem to get left as well. So it's kind of amazing to me that people don't pick these up, but they always really sell really well. Next up, we've got this Independence Day. This is like the resurgence making of the film thing. It's brand new and sealed, pretty cool. The price on this originally was like 30 quid, so hopefully it's sort of still around that price. This is the Assassin's Creed making of the film, again, brand new and sealed. We've got some comics as well. This is Uber Volume 1. Not entirely sure what this is about, but it looks kind of World War II-ish. What else have we got? The X-Files. I think this is probably quite a hard to find one. We'll see what happens. This one is Mother of Madness. This is actually made by Emilia Clarke, who was the Mother of Dragons, obviously in Game of Thrones. So that one might have some value to it as well. That's it for comics. All right, next up we've got Pikachu's for Days, and he looks a little bit sad now, but he's a really nice condition, this Pikachu. And yeah, absolutely immaculate. Got another 2 Pikachus there. These are you know, just standard pickups. And this is a really nice plush, this one. I think this is the limited edition like Easter one that came out a couple years ago. So that might have some value to it. It's really nice. These 2 come out of the basket and that as well. But yeah, really nice plush, that one. Oh yeah, and we've got one more plush there. There's just Raphael there from Ninja Turtles. Nice condition, just a little, yeah, standard pickup. There you go. I just needed to turn him upside down. All his beans had fallen to the bottom. So yeah, he's looking a lot happier now. All right, next up, we've got a couple of big sticks. This is a lightsaber. I think this is Kylo Ren's, right? It all lights up, has like motion and all that sort of stuff. Pretty cool thing. Next big stick is this one. I'm not actually entirely sure what this is from. I picked it up because it looked kind of Lord of the Ringsy and Harry Potterish. And obviously it's cosplay season at the moment, but this actually has a Disney stamp on it. So let me know in the comments. I mean, by the time this video goes up, I probably would have looked it up. But let me know in the comments what you think this is from. I think you can get away with this being Lord of the Rings, though, if you wanted to go to like a cosplay event. All right, next up, we've got a few like K-pop albums. Don't usually pick up CDs at all because there isn't really a lot of value in them. There is some in some of them, but I don't know enough about music to say. But this comes with like a special edition thing. It's got some photos in there and that sort of stuff. The reason why I always pick up K-pop albums is because I actually bought one last year that sold for £100, which was pretty mental. And the only reason why it sold for £100 is because they came with like these photos of the band in them, and they were all like I think they were unique. I can't quite remember, but yeah, someone paid £100, and it was literally just because of the photo in the album. So yeah, there you go. That's how crazy the K-pop industry can be. So I picked that up, and there's a couple of other albums there as well. No idea who these are, but they're exactly the same albums. But there you go. Next up, Mr. Men and Little Miss, the glitter box, 18 sparkly books. Always pick up Mr. Men because it just sells so quickly. I don't think there's going to be too much value in this one, though, because it's only got 18 books. But the fact that it's a special edition sparkly one, which I've actually not seen before, might mean that it holds a little bit more as well. So we'll see what happens. I'll put everything up on the screen anyway. Hot Wheels is always a good brand, especially if you've got like monster trucks and stuff. I usually pick up like the little monster trucks. You can bundle them up and they sell really well as well. But this is obviously a big giant one. It's an RC, comes with a remote and that sort of stuff. I need to test it out, make sure it works, but it's in really nice condition, so I assume that it will do. The only problem, the only thing that might not have it work is that if it's had batteries left in it and they've like leaked. But we can always give them a little bit of a clean up. If it's just green acid, but if it's gone rusty and brown, then usually it's kind of ruined. But yeah, this looks really nice condition anyway. That's kind of besides the point. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Tech deck fold out ramp. I'm gonna have to check this out and see exactly what's inside. I don't think there is. I think it's just like a fold out ramp, like skate park thing. So pretty cool, like a little carry case and that. Little circular lot toy. Probably has absolutely no value. I just thought it was really cool, so I might actually just put that on my own shelf. Electronic chess champion by a video master. Play chess against computer. One of like probably the first ones to ever come out back in like the 70s or something. Yeah, we'll put the price up on screen. Got really no idea what it's worth. Then we've got Wreck-It Ralphie. He's got a couple of like paint marks on him, but I just wanted to show you that these are really easy to clean off. Get yourself a magic sponge, a little bit of alcohol, and these will come off like no problem at all. Obviously, be careful if you're painting like if you're sort of rubbing alcohol on painted areas. This is just like coloured plastic, so it won't do anything to the colours. But if you used to like paint his eyes or something, that would definitely rub it off. So you need to be careful around areas like that. But yeah, massive Wreck-It Ralph figure. As you can hear, he talks and stuff, makes a lot of noise. So yeah, bunch of Harry Potter dolls. Got Hermione there. She needs a hairbrush. She's probably been spending too much time with Harry. Harry there. You've got, is that Professor McGonagall? Not too sure. And obviously you've got Ron there as well. So yeah, nice little bundle of Harry Potter figures. And then just underneath this is a really cool item. Really like this. Love picking up Betty Boop stuff because it is so popular. And as you can see, nice little slide out drawers. Got the key for it. And you open it up. And it's, I need to wind it up again. But let me wind it up again and show you. So yeah, just a really nice jewellery box. I think this was made in 2006. Betty Boop stuff made by King Features Syndicate. Really sells well. And this is in like immaculate condition. It's really nice. So yeah, we'll have to see what that's worth. Do you know what though? Betty Boop stuff can be really hard to find the price of. I sold a spoon once for 20 quid and it was like that big. so you just have to kind of guess sometimes, but we'll see. Now this bag weighs an absolute ton. It also had the Mr. Men book collection in it as well. As I was carrying it around, it's actually bruised my entire shoulder from carrying it around. So anyway, that's besides the point. First up, we've got this Guitar Hero. This is a wired one, probably from like the Xbox 360 days. Yeah, it needs a little bit of a wipe down, but that'll be fine. Hopefully it works. It's a nice wired one, so usually these are a little bit more robust than the wireless ones. Yeah, Guitar Hero just sells really well. New U body brush, brand new in the box. Who knows? It was cheap. Now, you know I love my Simpsons stuff, and this is so heavy, man. This is the Simpsons World, the Ultimate Episode Guide, Seasons 1 to 20. So these are books about every single episode ever made between Seasons 1 and 20. That's why it weighs, I mean, this literally weighs a ton, man. It is so heavy. But yeah, cool item. Not too sure what that will be worth. Kids Against Maturity. I mean, Cards Against Humanity always really sells. The sort of more specialist editions that get a shorter print run, and they can sometimes be worth more. This might be one of those. You've got the Underminer from, is it The Incredibles? Oh god, I can't remember now. I think it is The Incredibles. But yeah, usually like the more obscure characters can be a little bit harder to find, and that can make them quite pricey, so that's why I picked that up. And we've also got here 3 absolutely massive like adrenaline binders, and these are, as you can see, completely full up. I mean, let's hold on a second, let me pause this. So yeah, here you go. You've got 3 absolutely massive binders. They're only modern. I think they're like 20 odd. Yeah, 2023. So like last season, I guess. But they've got all the shinies in there, all like the Top Man 100s and all that sort of business. And there's 3 of these binders as well, and they're all so heavy. Let me get through. There you go again. This one seems to be a little less full, but again, you know, you've got all of these shinies in there. I'll probably have a look through some of the more important players like Foden. You know, he might be quite in vogue because the Euros are coming up, and I'm pretty sure he got selected in the team, didn't he? I don't really follow football anymore, man. I used to follow it so much. I just don't have the time anymore. Like this is kind of my passion now, you know. I just like reselling and just running a business. You know, it has to become your passion because it becomes your livelihood. There's a nice little Harry Kane there as well. Haaland. So yeah, there you go. I'm not going to go too much through these, but there's 3 absolutely massive binders there. Not really too sure what the value on these will be. I mean, I've sold binders a lot smaller than this for like 20 quid. So, you know, you could be looking in like £30–40 range. That's how thick they all are. They're absolutely massive. But yeah, I think we've got some more stuff. Hold on. All right, you've been seeing this in the background throughout the whole video, and there it is. This, I think this is the 03-04 season. But there you go, the gold Sega Arsenal shirt. One absolute monster of a football shirt. It's past vintage now. It's like 20, it'd be like 21 years old, or bang on 20, I guess. So yeah, it is officially vintage. Awesome shirt. I paid a lot of money for this, but it's also worth quite a lot of money as well. If you have a look on eBay, you're probably looking at around like the $250 range for one of these shirts. It's in really nice condition as well, as you can see. So yeah, absolute banger. Thunderbird 2 makes sounds and that sort of stuff. It's got Thunderbird 4 in the cabin as well. Just a standard thing, really. All right, another non-standard D&J pickup. We've got some vintagey lamps here. Yeah, I really like these green ones. I picked these all up from the same person, so kind of got a little bit of a bundle deal on them. And, you know, obviously the bundle brings the price of everything down. It was these 2, really, I was mainly interested in. These are really nice. I think this is like glass. It could be ceramic, but I think it's glass. But it's really nice green. You can imagine these in like a solicitor's office, or you know, somewhere like really kind of posh. Yeah, really nice kind of touch lamps. I think it's a touch lamp. They might actually that might be for that one. So but anyway, you've got this. This is a touch lamp. These probably aren't too expensive, but it will just knock the price. You know, it will probably pay for the bundle just for this one. And then you've got a nice angle poise as well. Not too big, nice and easy to pack. Angle poises always go really well. I'm not too sure on this one, but again, I picked this up just to kind of bring the price of these 2 down. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I'm going to try and put some photos, put some listings up, but it might be quite hard to find the exact ones. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, nice little standard, not standard actually, non-standard D&J pickup. Lego, brand new and sealed. Love picking up Lego in the world, especially if it's brand new and sealed. Probably not too much value, like 20 quid, something like that, but yeah, it's kind of an obvious one. Now this is the last thing. As you can see, all these crates stacked up right at the back, and this was all purchased from one person. And let me just get these 2 blue ones down quickly. Alright, so in these 2 blue tubs is a whole ton of Thomas the Tank trains. And there's all sorts of trains here, from electronic ones. And there's just loads of these electronic ones. They do need probably a little bit of a wipe down. I'll need to test them all as well. I imagine most of them will work, especially if some of them have still got batteries working. Then the batteries in the ones that aren't still working probably shouldn't have rotted yet. But yeah, as you can see, absolutely massive. We've got some of these like magnetic ones as well. I've got a massive listing on eBay of these magnetic ones, and people buy it from that all the time, especially at Christmas. Absolutely crazy. One of the trains though is this one right here. This is quite a special Thomas, because if you put water in to that hole there, he actually steams, and steam comes out of him as he goes along the track. So this is this train alone is probably worth like 20 quid on its own, I'd imagine. I'll probably try and find a, oh there we go, there's a Clarabelle. So you've got Clarabelle there. I think the other one's Annie, isn't it? I forget now. Annie and Clarabelle. I'll probably try and put Annie and Clarabelle with that Thomas, and that'll give it a nice little value. But yeah, there's just loads of trains in here, guys. Now this is what I wanted, really. I didn't really want the rest of the stuff. I said to him, oh, how much are the trains? And he, told me how much they were, like, £1 each or whatever. I said, oh, what would you do me on the box? And he only had this one box out, and he said, oh, well, he said, if you want the lot, he said, here, look at this. And he got his van out, and he was like, because he was still kind of unloading his van. He's like, I've got this box here. He said, I've got all of this. I mean, in here, you've got like scenery stuff. There's all like, I don't want to lift it all back out and unpack it all, but there's all like, like spinny tracks and, big stations and all that sort of stuff in there. It's more sort of like this stuff here, as you can see, like big sort of pieces. In here, you've got a whole yellow tub of track. I mean, it's filled to the brim with track. I mean, I think you can get like a tenner just for 10 pieces of track. These are all bridge pieces, and then in here you've got some more like bridge pieces as well. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, I can't be bothered to deal with all of this. I really didn't want all of this stuff, but it kind of came in with all of the deal, and he just wanted to get rid of it. He was like, mate, he's like, please take all of this from me, and he gave it was really, really cheap as well. Like, literally, you just couldn't turn it down. So it's quite a lot of work in this. I mean, the trains will be the most work. I'm gonna have to test them all and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the electric ones though, you can get between like, I don't know, £7–12 each for them, I would say. Depends on which ones, obviously, and the more rarer ones are closer to £12. The majority of them will probably be closer to the 7 mark though. But again, you can kind of bundle them up, and again, I've got loads of track here as well, loads of track here. I think I'm just going to bundle this all off and just auction it. I just can't be bothered, I'll be honest. And there's also this massive Thomas thing as well. This is like a storage thing, and it's got track that runs through it. You can actually make it part of your track. The other thing I picked up from this guy as well, he had this. This is a Sanya, what does it say? RD6000 Sport. These are like quartz radio controls. Basically what happens is with these, the quartz, I mean, quartz is used for like radio signals and stuff, and this is set to like, I guess like a frequency. So this is like frequency 67, and you can replace these, and you can basically use these handhelds for any like sort of mid to top end, that sort of range of remote controls. Your remote control will have like, I don't know, might have 27 on the back of it, and then you just need to get the crystal for 27, replace that with that. But yeah, these are usually pretty expensive, got some pretty good value in it, and hopefully this will actually will pay for all of this. Yeah, believe it or not, but I don't really know. We'll have to check to see if this is working. I mean, he did say that this was working. He said, "Do you know what?" He said, I had the RC plane with me last week, and I forgot to bring the remote, but some guy just bought the plane anyway. He said, but here's the remote, so do what you want with it, kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so like I say, guys, loads of stuff. We've got more stuff than what we got last week, but there's less stuff because it's kind of just mainly these Thomas trains on these massive tubs here, which I don't really want to work with. If anybody would like some Thomas the Tank track, please contact me. I've got loads of it, as you can see, absolutely loads. Thomas the Tank track. We've got all sorts of pieces, and let me try and I don't know what that is exactly. some sort of gear stick. But yeah, that's kind of what's in those two tubs. I mean, the nice thing is though is that I've actually gained some of these big tubs. Some of my tubs have started to break and got like fractures in and that, so I'll be able to throw those out now and replace them with these. So yeah, there's always a win. You've got to check the silver lining and everything. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Loads of cool stuff there. Let me know in the comments what you think your favourite item was today. I think my favourite item, what would it be? Let me think. Yeah, I think my favourite item is, yeah, it's got to be the giant Crash Bandicoot toy, really, hasn't it? That's such a rare thing. I've never seen one of those before in my life. So yeah, I think that's going to be my favourite item. Actually, let me just get it up. I mean, holy moly, look at the size of him, man. He's absolutely huge. Yeah, that's got to be my favourite pickup, I think. It has to be. Such a cool item. And I've never seen one of these before. And it's in amazing condition. I mean, this literally looks like it was in the shop today. Really, really nice. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. What was your favourite item today? If it wasn't for this Crash Bandicoot, I would say probably the Betty Boot box is a pretty cool thing. I would have said the Thomas the Tank Trains, but I know how much work it's going to give me, so that might even just sit there for a little while. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new here, like it, share it, and we'll see you on the next one.